everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today is a special episode because today marks 9 years of me buying my house. Well, signing paperwork and opening the door. That's me opening my door 9 years ago. We're not going to talk about how old I was, but yes, that's me 9 years ago. One of the happiest days of my life. But there are 3 things I wish I would have known. And if you want to make sure you know them too, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure to hit like, subscribe. Number 1, there are so many types of loans. I know now I am a licensed mortgage loan officer. One of the reasons I became a licensed mortgage loan officer is because of what I went through. If you're in the home buying search, and you've heard of FHA, you've heard of conventional. Okay, what about USDA? Now the thing about USDA, for instance, it has to be a rural area with a certain amount of money made in that area. So for instance, when I first got this home, I did get it under a USDA loan because this area was considered rural. It was not developed. It would be very, very hard to find that in a lot of places now. But the point is, at least you can be offered that option. Okay. Not saying mortgage loan officers won't give you that option, but remember, we are in it for the money. I know there's going to be a lot of loan officers that probably see this video and they're going to get upset with me, but we are in it to make money as well. But we have a fiduciary duty to make sure we give you the best loan. So do your due diligence and make sure you know that there are several types of loan. Okay. Now, on the other hand, just giving you examples, not necessarily saying, hey, go find a USDA loan. You don't have to put any money down with USDA. That sounds good, right? Great. What you don't know, and I now know, is that you are stuck with PMI for the rest of the loan, for the life of the loan. And unless you refinance, which right now, why would you want to? You have PMI. Okay, that is the insurance, not your home insurance, not the insurance that helps you in the event of a flood or fire. This is the insurance for the lender. This is the insurance because if you default, hey, we need to make up that gap, or we need insurance that you're going to do what you're supposed to do. So this is not for you. PMI is not benefiting you, but yet you will pay it. And with a USDA loan, for example, you will pay it for the 15-year fix, the 30-year fixed. So again, having knowledge, there's nothing wrong with having knowledge. Yes, you come to mortgage loan officers for us to help you, but there's nothing wrong with you being informed. So make sure, hey, what do I qualify for? That's a great question. Let me go look and see what types of loan. Let me just do a little reading and let me ask questions when I get to that point where, hey, I know you're the loan officer, but hey, what about this? There's nothing wrong with asking. Remember, this is your money. This is your home. This is probably, if not, the biggest purchase you will ever make. So there's no stupid question. Number 2, interest rates. The big thing that everyone is concerned with right now. Again, probably not gonna like me making this. We make money when you buy. I understand. But again, I did this because I want the best for people. I want everyone to have a piece of that American dream, but I want you to do it when you're ready. Okay? Yes. The Fed, as they're called, has dropped by 25 basis points. But I'm here to tell you, 25 basis points, excuse my French, ain't shit. Okay? that's not really going to put a dent in these interest rates. And I know maybe you'll see all of a sudden you're getting flooded in your emails, or maybe commercials. Hey, come see what your car loan could be now that they've dropped to 25 basis points. Come see. No, okay? Not until we get at least, and I'm talking about at least a full 100 basis points drop. And even then, if you're not ready, you're not ready. But not until we get, if they drop it 50 here and then another 25, that would be something that would at least where you could see a benefit in refinancing, or actually going to get a car, or going to get that car. If you don't need one, hey, if you can wait, but at least let's get a full point, 100 basis point drop. Okay. Make sure you say you can go online and you can kind of put in, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but they do have online calculators. A loan officer can do this for you as well. It'll be a little more accurate, but again, they're trying to sell. They're going to pull you in. They're not probably going to let you just do a calculator, or hey, can you run my numbers, without pulling your credit or without trying to get you into it. Because at the end of the day, mortgage loan officers are salespeople, okay? And you're probably like, Genevieve, aren't you a loan officer? Aren't you trying to do this for business? Yes, I do. I make money when you buy, but this is not my day job, number one. And number two, again, I went into the real estate business, mortgage loan officer, because number one, I didn't want the difficulties that I went through for someone else. I wanted them to enjoy that day, and try to enjoy the buying experience as much as you can. It's tough. It's difficult. I'll be the first one to tell you, but it doesn't have to be so stressful. So again, yes, it's great they're coming down, but we have not seen a significant drop enough for people to get those 5 or 4% interest rates. I don't even know if those are ever coming back. Right now, 6%, 7% interest on a home, it can kill your budget. It can really kill your budget. So if you're not in a apartment or in a situation where you must leave, I really don't recommend buying right now, because they are dropping. So if you've waited this long, let's see what they look like in another 6 months or so. And then number 3, this is very important. So, hey, Genevieve, I'm ready. I'm buying. I'm going in my home. Okay. I really, really wished I would have known about escrow. Okay. What the hell is escrow? Okay. Escrow is the account. Remember I talked about that insurance. You have taxes. Okay. We can't get away from taxes. If you live, you get taxes, but you have property taxes. And in that property tax is the local school, things like that. And anyway, you get hit for like 3 or 4 number sums that come up to one big number. For example, say your taxes are 10 grand a year. I know it sounds crazy, but each month, part of your mortgage, the actual overall number you see, goes into escrow to pay that at the end of the year. So guess what? You, new home buyer, who is, I've already got a tight budget. Here comes January. Well, whatever month you moved into the house, but let's just January to keep it all neat. Here comes January. You don't have to write a big old check for your home insurance. Now we're talking about home insurance and your taxes. So let's, to keep it clean, $5,000 homeowner insurance, 10 grand for your taxes. Where are you going to get $15,000 in January? And hey, you don't pay. You still home, but you don't pay. There will be issues. There will come issues with not paying your taxes. And you must maintain homeowner insurance for your lender. So this, all they do is they break that up into a monthly fee, and that is part of the number you see. So, hey, my principal on my home is $800, but my mortgage is $1,600. That other $800 is what they've calculated for my in-year expenses, the escrow account, that all goes in the escrow account. So they've calculated this. They're taking the money from me at a more reasonable amount each month for the 12 months. Let me fast forward to the part that's very, very, very important. Your first year, which we're talking about the 3 things I wish I knew. My first year, I'll be very transparent. My mortgage was $1,405. Hey, I did it by myself. $1,405. Oh, let's do that. I can do that. We're good. So, let's fast forward to the second month of the year. Well, I get a letter, and at first I thought it was a joke, but I get a letter that says, okay, you have 2 options. Either your mortgage will now be $1,863, which is roughly, let's just say $1,900 to keep it clean, or you send a check for $6,000 and some change. Well, again, I'm in grad school, which unfortunately enough, grad school was being paid for by my employer at the time. Very blessed for that. But I still had student loans for my bachelor's. Of course, again, I'm single homeowner with a car note, expenses, lights, food. So yes, I saved. I was a saver, working 2 jobs. I still was working 2 jobs, and I chose to write the check. So let me explain why I wrote the check. I wrote the check because being the person and trying to think, I couldn't think far down the road. What if I wanted to quit the second job? I wouldn't be able to do that paying $500 more a month. I had the money. It really hurt to write that check, but I had the money, so I wrote the check. They don't tell you about that second year, okay? Because that is the year that they're fluctuating. The first year, your escrow is based on different numbers. You didn't live in that house, and especially if you moved in the house. Well, I moved into the house in September of the prior year. So it actually went into I was going into my second full year. And so they're trying to figure out what your escrow is. They have not settled your escrow the month you moved in. That is not going to be your official amount. And it's not that you're changing anything, because your principal is what's fixed, not your escrow account. Okay? So some people don't do escrow. I highly disagree with people who decide not to do escrow. That's just me, but do not be one of those. Escrow, it may suck. I get it. You will adapt and you will adjust. Okay, but things happen. Life changes. What are you going to do without an escrow account? And then here comes January, but don't forget, you must and you will, because this is your home, find that 15 grand. So of all the things, escrow, it was an eye opener. And there are a lot of people that first time home buyers, they get that shock. And this is what I want to make sure people don't get. So please make sure that you are prepared for the adjustment. The first year, yes, let's go into this. It's a great thing. It is a big moment. I haven't felt that good in a long time, since my wedding. Yeah. But it was a great feeling to open the doors to my home after living in an apartment for years. And you should have that same feeling. I want that for everyone. We all deserve that. Hardworking individuals, we deserve that. But once you get into this, probably one of the biggest purchases of your life, you don't want shocks. You don't want anything major that's going to jeopardize this purchase. So, hey, make sure you're looking at everything. Again, ask all the questions you want. Hey, and if you have a question that I didn't cover or things that you're thinking about, put them in the comment section. I will get back with you. Have a good one.